Before you spend a single dime updating your home to sell, you've got to hear this, because this is where I see more sellers waste money and lose time than almost anywhere else in the process. The truth is that most people don't actually know which updates help sell a home and which ones just feel like they should. And sometimes those well-intended fixes can actually backfire. So let's talk about it. Whether you're getting ready to sell in the next month or the next year, this is one of the smartest places to start. Because here's the thing, buyers don't want perfection. Let me say that again, buyers don't want perfection, they want value. They want to feel confident, they want potential, and if your house is clean, move-in ready, and priced right, and looks well cared for, that's often all it takes. But sellers, we get emotionally attached. We think if I just remodel the kitchen, buyers are gonna love it. Or I'll finally fix that weird step in the backyard I've been meaning to get to for years. And I get it, I've been there too. All of us who are homeowners often just get used to the weird quirks, or we all neglect easy cosmetic fixes for years. But here's what I always tell our clients. There's a difference between a smart update and a complete waste of money. And if you don't know the difference, you could be throwing away tens of thousands of dollars on work the buyer doesn't even want or care about. So what should you do? Let's break it down into 3 easy categories. Category 1, fix what's broken. This is non-negotiable. If something is broken, worn out, or a safety issue, then you need to fix it. We're talking things like leaky faucets, cracked tiles, broken fence posts, doors that don't close, a wobbly stair rail. Why? Because buyers notice these things right away, and worse, they start to wonder what else might be wrong and what they can't see. Here's a good rule of thumb. If it's going to show up on a home inspection or make a buyer pause during a showing, just fix it. Here's category 2, clean, declutter, depersonalize. Now this one, it's the best return on investment you'll ever get. Take out half of what's in your closets and cabinets, remove oversized furniture, clear off and clean your counters and shelves, and please put away the giant collection of ceramic gnomes, and you know who you are. Now, you don't need to make the house empty, but you do want it to feel open, bright, and easy to imagine living in. I have a whole other video on this called No One Wants Your Crap. And yes, that's the actual title, and it's worth watching. You'd be amazed what buyers fixate on during showings. Now, I'll share, I once showed a property years ago, and on the nightstand next to the bed was a brightly colored, I guess the best way to say it was a lady's battery operated personal device. Now, that was all these buyers talked about after the showing, and obviously they couldn't remember any other details about that particular home, even an hour later. Category 3, be very careful with cosmetic upgrades, and this is where people really get tripped up. Paint, yeah, for sure. New carpet in a bedroom, maybe. But replacing the whole kitchen, completely remodeling the bathroom, usually a no. Why? Because you don't know what your buyer wants. You might spend $40,000 or $50,000 on a beautiful new kitchen, only to meet a buyer who hates your taste in kitchens and wants to rip the whole thing out. I see this all the time. Sellers upgrade something and the next owner was planning to rip it out anyway. Instead, I'd like you to focus on neutralizing and freshening up. Paint the walls in light neutral tones, or even white for that matter. Update your light fixtures. Swap out dated cabinet hardware. Replace the foggy or cracked windows. Do a complete refresh on your landscaping and get some good curb appeal. These are some lower cost improvements that almost always help your home show better and sell faster. Now, let me back up for a second. If you don't know me already, my name is Kip, and I've been a licensed broker for over 20 years here in Silicon Valley. And besides being a top producer, I've sat on the ethics committee here for over 10 years. And I've also managed and grown an office for the #1 brokerage in the country. I've overseen billions of dollars in sales. Now, my goal in making these videos is to share what I've learned over these years and to help you protect your #1 asset. And what I've seen over and over again is this. The best prepped homes don't necessarily have the most upgrades. They just have the fewest red flags. Here's another quick story. I once had a seller who wanted to spend $50,000 replacing all their flooring before listing. And we walked through the house and I said, look, this carpet isn't brand new, but it's clean. Let's just stretch it, do a deep clean and see if that works. And on that particular house, we ended up getting 8 offers and not one buyer mentioned the floors. And you know what they loved? They loved the open floor plan. They loved the natural light, and they loved the backyard, and they especially were drawn to the competitive price. So what's your next step if you're thinking about making a move? Take stock of what really needs attention and don't guess. And that's where I can come in. I can do a free walkthrough consultation where I'll tell you exactly which updates are worth doing, and more importantly, which ones you can skip. No pressure, no pitch, just my honest opinion after 20 plus years of doing this. And if you're not quite ready for that, I've also put together a free seller PDF, which includes a complete rundown of the entire process. Plus, it has tips to help your home sell faster and for more money, and you can grab that in the link below. And one last thing, don't make these decisions in a vacuum. Your home isn't competing with your neighbor's sale from 3 years ago. It's competing with what's on the market the day you come on the market. And that changes week by week here in Silicon Valley. That's why I always recommend price and prep your home based on the current inventory. Not last month's sale, not Zillow, not your Uncle Fred's opinion. What's selling right now? And how can your home look like the best option among all these houses? That's the real secret here. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out my other one on how to price your home. That one pairs really well with everything we just talked about. And as always, if you've got questions, feel free to reach out. I love talking about this stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, for more content similar to this, smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.